Returning to Trailblazer POV. I think that's a good stopping point.
Excuse me.
Those of us in the stream will keep continuing, though.
I can't seem to find any information on this artist in the Iris family archives. The photo you provided also doesn't show any matches.
I think she was a stowaway.
Just as I thought. I'd like to ask, what kind of traces do people leave when they enter a dream?
Are you referring to the records when you enter the dream pool? The equipment will monitor physiological indicators such as heart rate, blood oxygen levels, and body temperature in real time. This data will be included in statistics and handed over to the family for the screening of any data anomalies. Immediate action will be taken once any illegal behavior is detected.
Is it possible to access these records?
I apologize. The hotel does not have access. This information is managed by the Bloodhound family. We can only gain access if there's a problem.
Looks like nothing can be found here.
Not necessarily, March. We can just contact a member of the Bloodhound family. And we happen to know one.
At least we know who to look for next. We can ask the Bloodhound family for information. Thank you for your assistance, Miss Allie. By the way, is Miss Robin doing fine? We are looking forward to her performance.
Fine? What does that mean? Is there something wrong with Miss Robin? The preparations for the Charmony Festival have been proceeding smoothly, so I guess things are pretty good. I believe she will be able to put on a spectacular show for all of you.
Oof. She doesn't know.
I'm sure. Sure enough, no one knows about Miss Robin. I'm not surprised. But that Miss Firefly is truly mysterious. There's no information on her in the hotel system. Even if she's a stowaway, she should have a disguised identity after entering the planet. She's also in the running for the legacy. How is she going to sneak into the dreamscape unnoticed?
Is there any other way to enter a dream? Besides the hotel room's dream pool?
Like, we don't know how Sam got here. The Garden of Recollection, the Stellaron Hunters.
The Memo Keepers have abilities that are difficult for normal people to comprehend. In the memory zone of Penacony, they thrive effortlessly, a fact proven to us by Black Swan. The hacker girl from the Stellaron Hunters used extraordinary means to unlock the Dreamscape Hotel's seal. According to the scene witnessed by her, it is likely that they are behind Miss Firefly's case.
I don't think they're behind it at all.
The Garden of Recollection and the Stellaron Hunters. Both are possible, but what about the IPC? Since they want Penacony all for themselves, they're bound to have a plan.
That's true, March.
Who are you guys?
The Bravo team has arrived at their designated position, ready to execute armed evacuation operation. Boss, get moving!
Armed evacuation? Boss, are you drunk?
What do you know? It's more efficient this way. Just don't let the director find out. Act first, report later.
Oh boy. I have a bad feeling.
Help! Help me! I spent all my year-end bonus on the snowball! I don't want my name on the department's major disciplinary notice!
Hey, check it out! That voice. Could it be the IPC workers from Bellabog?
To all guests, the IPC will be conducting special operations within the hotel. Please follow the staff in charge of evacuation to the designated safe zones, or compulsory measures will be enforced.
I'll request a beating for you lot! You've been told not to drink during work hours. Take him back to the hotel room. I'll organize a meeting later to properly go over how this incident report should be written.
Well, there's a familiar face.
Miss Topaz? thought I'd run into you on Penacony.
I did. I, in fact, was been anticipating it. In fact, I'm surprised it took this long.
Long time no see, Astral Express crew. Aventurine has told me a lot about your happenings. Huh? It's fine. Do as they ask, and try to avoid any conflicts with the family. Report to me before taking any action. Yes, all right. As you see, the IPC isn't very popular here on Penacony. Cordiality from the family is a mere facade. The former frontier prison has turned around and cuffed its shackles on the IPC staff now. Only Aventurine, who carries an invitation, is allowed to attend the banquet. An entourage like us, we can only sit around in the reality hotel, unauthorized to even enter dreams.
No wonder Aventurine's scrambling to partner up with someone. The IPC can't back him up in the dreamscape.
His situation isn't optimistic, I hear. You're all helping to investigate some dirt on the family, are you not? Let me know if you need anything outside the dreamscape. The IPC always treats its partners well.
Thank you, Miss Topaz. We're on our way to the Hounds to verify some intel. Perhaps you've had dealings with them?
Yep. They're tailing us right now. Why not go and talk to them? It'll take the spotlight off me. Being constantly stared at is really uncomfortable.
Oh, I can imagine. Optional, talk with Topaz.
How does it feel to be in business with Aventurine? I bet you're not used to it. That's just his style. All or nothing is his mantra. He's always cozying up to his clients while egging them on to undertake some dangerous assignment with him.
I think we just started a new
But
quest line.
Everyone has their merits, so I won't comment further. But Aventurine's luck has always been good. He's always closed all his cases without a hitch, and basically never lost a gamble. Which is why, on the issue of retaking Penacony, I'm watching with keen interest. As for the two cases...
He's that good, huh?
Apologies, but I don't have much info on them either. All I can do is ask you to keep digging for more details.
When the sacred Ginmill closes. Alright. So we're here. We'll probably end the stream when we finish this little quest line. People on YouTube will probably only be starting it around now anyway. Okay, we talked to Topaz. Careless Bloodhound family member.
We're carrying out our captain's orders. What do you want?
We made a mistake last time, and we're working hard to rectify it now. We don't have time for anything else. Surveilling the IPC.
These are the two that pulled over Firefly.
She stays put at the Reverie Hotel during her time on Penacony. We've got the right one this time.
So that's it. They were the pair who were after Firefly at the time.
We meet again.
It's you again. Back for more trouble? We're not afraid of you this time.
Well, spit it out. Stop bothering us if you've nothing important.
So you know each other. Why do you keep running into people you've beaten up before?
I need you to pull some records for me. It's official business. When's our lunch break? I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
That's right. We're investigating a murder for the family. Can we speak to your captain about the case?
Well...
Hey! The security officer instructed everyone to shut their traps before he returned from Dream's Edge.
Uh-huh.
What murder? You'd better stop spouting nonsense.
Yeah, that's right. We have nothing to report. Please leave.
Looks like they're not going to cooperate. But they did at least tell us that the captain is at Dream's Edge.
Didn't they just say he left Dream's Edge?
Why don't we just look for the security officer then? It's probably Gallagher, the one she mentioned, right?
Alright. Head to Dream's Edge and find Gallagher. Dream's Edge was my least favorite place to explore, all things considered. It's such a pain to navigate. Too many moving platforms and MC Escher paintings.
Such tight security. I bet they're stumped by the case as well.
Ooh, I just realized something.
Gallagher. Where could he be?
Oh, I just remembered. The Dreamscape Pass should have updated, right? Oh, they haven't updated the pass yet? Oh, that's kind of disappointing. Oh, that's him right over there.
Constructing dreams is something sacred. Apologies. The Bloodhound family is running an investigation up ahead. No unauthorized personnel allowed. Hold on a minute. I think I've seen you before. The gray-haired one.
Yeah, we manipulated you to get past.
How much trouble have you stirred up exactly on Penacony?
Quite a bit, actually. This ain't it, Chief. You got the wrong gal.
Not possible. It was you the last time, yelling about some clockwork friendship while beating me up with that silver-haired girl. I'm not letting you get by this time. Please leave, or I'll have to get on my knees and beg you.
Oh my god, he's still affected by the clockwork.
Huh? What kind of heinous crime have you committed now?
Hold on, sir. We have documents authorized by the family that would aid your investigation. If it wouldn't trouble you, could we see this Mr. Gallagher?
Who exactly is this Gallagher you keep talking about? There's been a few people mentioning this name. Even the one with the gray hair.
He didn't send you all here?
It was the security officer who dispatched us. That's all I can divulge.
That's Gallagher, the security officer.
He'll do. He's the one we've been looking for.
Sorry, no can do. The boss said that since it's a matter of the family's reputation, no one's allowed through. Everyone, please leave. There's really no need for us to make things difficult for each other, right?
So do we show the other two our magical powers of changing people's personalities?
We're really sorry for troubling you. Let's think of another way.
Another way. That's it.
Oh god, we are gonna do that.
About that. What was it? Clockwork? That got this guy to change his mind. Can
No,
we again? That clocky magic.
No, it didn't end up working. We had to beat him up. But I can't abuse it for evil doings.
It's not bad if we're resolving a misunderstanding. Please.
You just want to see us do it, don't you?
Sorry, no can do. The boss said, everyone, please leave.
You and this Bloodhound member have met before. You know it's he's very upright. But you're also aware that principles sometimes don't matter when a person is in a good mood.
Let me see what time it is now. Whoa, It's this time already. What? Time to clock out. And no one's gonna stop me.
The highly principled member of the Bloodhound family laughed heartily and left the scene. He just laughed.
This clockwork trick of yours, it's kinda dangerous.
At least he won't be getting in our way again. Let's go find that Gallagher and ask him the intricacies of the case.
I was wondering what all the commotion was. Huh. Oh, it's you guys. Welcome. Since you made it here, what can I do for you?
Hello, Mr. Gallagher, sir. Judging from your tone, it sounds like you were expecting us.
Miss Himiko, you're too polite. There's no need to call me sir.
Mr. Gallagher, you even know my name.
Of course I do. You folks are from the legendary Astral Express and honorable guests of the Watchmaker. I had an encounter with this lady in the Golden Hour. I remember that little silver-haired girl was there too. I'm sorry for what happened to that kid.
That's exactly what the family has ordered us to investigate.
This is also the reason why we've come to visit you, Mr. Gallagher. The Express can't just overlook the death of that child. So we've decided to help the family get to the bottom of it, in the hopes of getting justice for her.
The Nameless involved with the family. What an unpredictable twist of fate.
You say that.
What's wrong with the family?
It's nothing. On Penacony, everyone loves the family. No matter how much one resists the beautiful dream, when the time comes, they too will find it hard to let go. Who wants to leave a warm nest? Just idiots, little kids, and inebriated fools.
Mr. Gallagher seems to be getting at something.
You got it wrong. I'm not. You want to discuss the case? Sure, come with me. This is not a good place to talk. Let's go elsewhere.
It's a weird speech pattern. Oh my god, we're cutting to somewhere else. We're cutting to Nalcaron now?
Even after that
chilling
tragedy, this dream is still running effortlessly. Other than the family of the Harmony, it's hard to imagine any other power in the universe that could sustain a building of such magnitude.
The family itself is a huge, perfect building. Like a living idol. Each member of the family sees themselves as a piece of the divine puzzle, revolving around a singular core and a shared ideal. Under their command, they loyally fulfill their roles, offering themselves while also receiving sustenance in return.
Interesting analogy. Perhaps that's why Penacony's beautiful dream has persisted for so long.
We're gonna need to find a good stopping point so that I can actually break the recording up.
But the human body has its limits, and so does the Divine's.
That doesn't sound like the kind of comment a Galaxy Ranger would make.
Just pointing out the facts. Mr. Yang will definitely have a better sense of what's going on than I do.
Why do you say that, Miss Acheron?
The beautiful dream is crumbling. But not because of a particular eon, a particular faction, or a particular visitor. Its collapse stems from a certain inevitability of human nature. The family refuses to acknowledge this, and it has ultimately backfired and become a catalyst.
Death.
As people immerse their souls in the dreamscape, where consequences and pain cease to exist, and only ease and pleasure prevail, they draw closer and closer to necrosis. Regardless of the perceived bliss, death looms as the inevitable conclusion. Also, this necrosis will diffuse and spread. One piece of the puzzle's mutation will eventually cause the entire building to shake, break, and crumble.
In the end, the dreams that people built in the name of freedom became the cage that imprisoned them.
Makes sense.
I'm sure you've gained a lot from this trip, Miss Acheron. Are you willing to share your findings with me?
Of course. That's if I remember.
She says this as her hand gently rests on the hilt of her sword, and then quickly lets go in a blink of an eye.
Don't mind me. It's just a habit. Owing to events in the past, I've become easily forgetful. It's only when this sword is unsheathed that those hazy memories start to become clearer.
Take your time.
That should do it. I vividly remember everything that occurred on Penacony. Ask away.
Regarding the moment of daybreak.
The moment of daybreak. I've heard that's where the Dawn Factory, which processes the foundation of the dreamscape, is located.
Behind the dreamscape's song and dance stand many imagination factories. Workers create all kinds of whimsical works day in and day out in their dreams. Then they return to reality and sleep on a narrow bed in a room. A far cry from luxury. They say it will suffice. Experiencing the bizarre and motley dreamscape is the best reward. There I encountered a young woman who had just come of age. The perfect time to indulge in beautiful dreams. Her greatest wish was to one day move to the golden hour and see the magnificent garments she had woven with her own hands.
Uh-huh.
For certain reasons, her wish was difficult to fulfill. But I managed to bring her a garment.
Yikes. The Gilded Hour.
Gilded Hour. It's said to be Penacony's currency center.
Yes. It is a fortress-like financial city, the economic heart of the dreamscape. The Pepeshi people of the Alfalfa family are there to keep it running, sending blood that is made from money everywhere on Penacony. Everyone there is exquisitely dressed and always in a hurry. The greatest wish of the local Pepeshi people is for their future generations to work in the Gilded Hour. I've never met anyone who is willing to talk. I could only stand at the crossroads, watching crowds of people hurrying like the wind through the jungle of steel, only to deposit the alfalfa credits that they'd earned into the bank's vault.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if they would open the vault's door, but before I left, I witnessed a well-dressed Pepeshi person plummet from the sky, while those around him continued on their way, unfazed.
The Blue Hour.
I hear the Blue Hour is very romantic. Do you have any tales to share?
Perhaps Mr. Yang has heard. There is a large boat called the Eventide, anchored along the Sea of Dreams, where soft music and dancing persist endlessly every night. I ran into a wizened lady there. She was at the dock, waiting for her long-departed lover to return, waiting for countless hours within time that stood still. In the humid sea breeze, she spoke of her own youth. Like many who desired wealth and love, they came to Penacony to pursue their dreams. Alas, her lover's consciousness was lost in the dark depths of the Sea of Dreams. Finally, she suggested we continue our conversation on a boat in the shallows. I agreed and boarded the boat with her. But she never said anything. Her eyes absent-mindedly gazing at the horizon for what seemed like forever. Finally, we retreated to the beach.
Yeesh.
The dreamscape of chic, luxury, and consumerism, the moment of dusk. My companions have been there too.
Then you all must have seen those who are attempting to realize their dreams. Or have realized them. Scattering money as if it were dust and betting it on all or nothing. Everything has a price, and everything can be bought or sold. Even dreams themselves.
The Gilded Hour.
I saw an Intellitron there, who was preparing to auction himself. When someone wins a bid, under stipulated periods and rules, he would do the buyer's every bidding. becoming that person's very possession.
That's fucked up.
That Intellitron had been auctioned off a dozen times, and I participated in his 13th. That was the grandest banquet I had ever attended. But never again did anyone cast another glance at him. This time around, there were no successful bids for him. This is what I've seen and heard along the way.
Okay.
Someone once said to me, Penacony wasn't like this a long time ago. Nor should it be. I've traveled through the reality and dreamscape of the planet of festivities. Watched the tides of night rise and fall when time stopped for people. Where the spirits of the rich and impoverished remain forever fixed on their own scales. This is why I think the collapse of the beautiful dream is inevitable.
There might be a way to change everything.
Perhaps. But if this is indeed the world that people desire, if this is precisely why life chooses to slumber,
there's that red text again.
Should we still seek to change it?
Miss Acheron, now it's my turn to share a story with you.
Are you going to mention the fact that you know someone that looks like her from Honkai 3rd?
There was a man from my homeland who, at a time when the world was grappling with deep, unhealable pain, made a choice. He wove together the dreams of everyone in the world, linking people's dreamscapes, and shouldered this burden himself. From this, he created a giant, a spiritual atom. And since that moment, the giant stood between heaven and earth, becoming the pillar of the world's existence. As a price, those who found it hard to move forward, who could not advance, forever lost their future.
Uh-huh.
They slumbered in a dream, devoid of disaster and pain.
This is probably blowing people's minds for people who played Honkai 3rd.
Created utopia.
It's all going right over my head, though.
Of the wishes of those people who wished not to awaken, that this spiritual atom became unbreakable.
Also, the music's going hard.
And yet, you stand here right now. Which also means that man failed.
Because people must always move towards the future. Even if human weaknesses make them pause when they truly cannot move forward, humanity will eventually seek a way to save itself.
Yes.
And that man, he was never a failure. Like everyone in that world, he etched the possibilities of human nature into his heart. He was the sun chaser of legend, soaring towards the sky and embracing his final victory with his fall.
I'm assuming he's talking about Auto Apocalypse. I don't know enough about Honkai 3rd.
He ascended to heights uncharted, only to come face to face with the sun, a place not visited by anyone before. His wings would melt because of it, only for him to fall into the sea.
Or he's talking about that anime he always goes off about.
Countless others would surpass him, soaring to even greater heights.
A fitting metaphor for the Nameless's trailblazing spirit. Thank you, Mr. Yang. I know what you wish to confirm. The universe has innumerable similar, yet different worlds. In these worlds, there are innumerable people who look alike, yet don't. I, too, have embarked on journeys, encountering old friends with familiar faces on different worlds, witnessing their destinies follow paths similar to mine. So I will tell you, even if not completely similar, the story you just told, it overlaps with my past. And within that abyssal dream, I ended that man's life. Alone.
Interesting. So he was probably describing the story of something to do with Raiden Mei in the Honkai 3 setting then, I guess. Or maybe one of the mangas, who I know.
Nor will my home be as fortunate as your world.
I am sorry.
It's fine. I don't mind, so long as I can alleviate your suspicions.
There's something I still wish to know, Miss Acheron. Under that representation of the hunt, exactly what sort of power is it that has motivated your solitary journey thus far?
Okay, now he's going to ask about the Emanator question, huh?
Mr. Yang, before answering that question, I wish to continue the previous topic. I like your analogy very much. Indeed, birds are born to fly. But in a distant past, their ancestors could only gaze at the sky in envy. They saw that faraway ray of light from above the heavens, piercing through the clouds and blanketing the
I don't think I've ever looked up in this game.
And so, time and time again, generation after generation, the birds spread their wings and took
Gamers
to the
don't look
sky,
up.
attempting to touch its ceiling. All because the sun was there. Then, what if the last bird finally soars into the sky, only to realize that the end of the light is not the sun, but darkness?
The emptiness of the void.
Then why, exactly, do we even walk towards the light?
Are we cutting back? Oh, we're cutting back to you. I honestly forgot about this phone call.
Long time no see. Having fun on Penacony? Acheron?
This voice, it's not Constance. Could it be her companion?
Though I don't know exactly what you are, or what you're up to, my bullets will find you. Until then, you best find a casket store on Penacony and ask the owner to reserve a good quality casket for you, imposter.
Ah, that's probably Boot Hill. Considering Galaxy Hunter Acheron, Galaxy Ranger Acheron is, that is what they call me, is what she says. But unfortunately, we know that Boot Hill is the real Galaxy Hunter, thanks to the stupid drip marketing. Which means that theory that Acheron is assuming Boot Hill's identity might be confirmed.
Imposter? I see. She gave my whereabouts to someone who's tracking Acheron too. Who are you?
Huh? Did I make a mistake? Who the heck are you?
I'm the Garden of Recollection's memo keeper.
Not bad. This is the kind of tough challenge I like. You that imposter's bodyguard? Never mind. It's fine. I'll leave a round for you. So get that forehead clean and wait for me.
I don't know what you're talking about, but you know Acheron, the Galaxy Ranger, yes? I have something to ask you.
Are you asking me to write your will? Sure. Go ahead.
Not quite. I only want to ask, how exactly did she become a Galaxy Ranger? She's clearly not a path strider of the hunt, but you are, aren't you? Tell me, what's Acheron's deal?
Man, it doesn't sound like a line Black Swan would say, now that I think about it.
Sure. Heck, never thought I'd come across an ally. What a stroke of luck. Well, I'll be on Penacony soon. Memo Keeper, go buy a bottle of Donna's White Oak and warm it up. And I'll raise a glass to you.
Yeah, okay, that's definitely Boot Hill. Too bad we're not seeing him till 2.2. I was hoping he would be introduced into the story in 2.1, because as I mentioned... I don't remember when I mentioned this last, but I did say that it would be really annoying if they're going to be drip marketing a character like Boot Hill and he's going to play no role in the story until he gets released. Because, like, when his drip marketing came out, it literally came out of nowhere. And there was, like, nothing. We knew nothing about him other than what was in that drip marketing.
That lady's passed. Well, nobody knows. But if all you want is a simple answer, sure. You best get a chair and take a seat. That woman, named Acheron, is an emanator who should not exist.
Alright. Back to Aventurine's POV. I feel like we're getting close to where I should probably take a stopping point.
You look pale. Or is that also part of your act?
I didn't think you'd have the nerve to show yourself.
I thought this was exactly what you wanted. After all, I faithfully fulfilled my duties as you instructed. Just tell me if you can't hold on any longer.
So, the genius of the Council of Mundanites wants to be my Undertaker now. My, what an honor.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure the people at the Strategic Investment Department would love to be notified of your death in due time. But let's not forget, you won't be seeing them, because I'm the manager of this task.
Great. Then tell your people that Aventurine is ready to go in 17 system hours.
Oh, you've got a lot of nerve. How exactly do you plan on completing your task while your hands are tied by the Harmony?
My conversation with Sunday convinced me that there's a traitor in the family. That they hold the secrets of Penacony. So, I took the opportunity to set everything in motion.
Okay.
I even managed to recover the gift money. Things haven't gone this smoothly since I walked through the doors of the Reverie. Now I'm only one step away from victory. Let's just wait and see.
Sounds like a very elaborate way of saying that you failed.
That's all I can say. Have you forgotten, Doctor? You betrayed me. Go. Do what you must. I look forward to the sight of the IPC fleet surrounding Penacony. You've achieved what you desired, haven't you?
We still don't even really know what he's even here for.
That's true, but what's your plan? Did you conceal an orbital support beacon in that gift money bag?
Well, who knows? Maybe that's why I'm handing out cash even when I'm about to bite the dust.
You are indeed a gambler.
An insane one at that.
Well, maybe I am. Who knows?
I mean, only a gambler would put a fucking roulette wheel insignia on their back.
Fine. Here, take this. Open it when you're on your last legs. You'll thank me.
What's this? Medical advice?
And he's gone. Again, just like that.
You catch on pretty fast, Doctor. Asking me to solve a case without giving a single clue. How typical of you, you wing-headed scoundrel. But the way you're all on edge about that stowaway, it's just as I guessed it would be. As for now, let the rain of wealth from the IPC fall evenly on everyone.
Most exquisite scroll holding the doctor's prescription within. Dr. Ratio advises you only unveil at the moment of life and death. To Icarus. We're back to Dance Macabre. I'm probably going to edit these together into 2-hour segments, maybe 2.5-hour segments. We're talking to LaRousse? LaRose?
Would you be willing to support my performance? And keep the Song of Beauty alive in the cosmos?
I did her side quest. Here, I got these gems for you.
Wow, how fabulous! But why would you give such a wonderful gift to a random stranger like me?
Well, you see, I can't bear to see anyone in this sweet dream suffering from poverty.
That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much, sir. If you ever get the chance, please, feel free to come by and indulge in my singing.
Sure thing. Oh, by the way, do you happen to know anything interesting about death?
Death? That's a pretty scary topic, and it doesn't really match the mood of this sweet dream.
Oh, you see, I'm a tabloid reporter collecting ghost stories in Penacony. As you know, the more chilling the stories, the more attention they get. Maybe you could help me out.
That's actually a pretty good cover, all things considered.
Well, if you're up for some gossip, it's not about death, but there have been some rumors about a guest at the Reality Hotel who fell into a deep sleep and didn't wake up.
Ooh.
It was like they were in some sort of coma. Nobody knows what caused it, but luckily the customer eventually regained consciousness. Well, all customers are under the protection of the family, after all.
Thank you. This will make for a very juicy headline. May Shibe protect us. Unexplained coma. That's actually what happens to your body if your brain dies in a dream. But unfortunately, the customer ended up waking up in the end.
Unless information was controlled.
I can feel something inside my head. Is the
Heaven is a place on earth.
Kicking?
Chabro. Oh, we're talking to all of the characters that we do for the side quests. Oh, that's cool. Chabro the movie critic.
The world has truly lost its way.
I have these gems for you.
You wait. I get it now. This is some sort of prank show, right? You must have some cameras set up around here to film yourself doing good deeds, right? You youngsters are always looking for a quick way to get an audience. But you know what? A truly great show never comes easy.
A great show will start soon, old man. But before that, I need to ask you something. Do you know where I can find death in this dream?
Ah, I see. Another fearless youngster looking for death, huh? Well, let me give you a piece of advice. Don't think you're the first one who's ever thought of that idea.
Interesting. Go on.
Not even remotely innovative. I bought it from Dr. Edward. He claimed it was some exclusive fancy schmancy stuff. Oh, but what a disappointment. The effects were awful. First, some monster covered in eyes stabs you in the gut. And then all you see are blurry glimpses of buildings and lights. The sky was spinning so fast it almost made me puke.
Dr. Edward, that is a big lead.
Is that all?
That's the death meme. So the death meme takes the image of that dream.
Yeah, what else can you expect? Don't put too much stock in the Penacony movie industry. They even call this junk groundbreaking art. Can you believe it?
What a joke. Well, I'll leave you be then. I hope you have a wonderful day. A monster covered in eyes. That sounds like the Memory Zone meme. But buildings and lights... I don't think those have anything to do with death. Well, that whole dream bubble was probably created using rumors and gossip.
Interesting.
The disturbing voice in my head.
They are.
It's getting closer.
Every one of these. Okay, not this guy. This guy's Woosley. He's the guy that helps you out to solve a lot of the problems.
Take care, my friend. If you ever find yourself in danger, remember that the hounds are always ready to help.
The expression on the hunk of a man was complex, as if you were looking at a mud-soaked sparrow unable to fly, nearing its end.
You don't look good, my friend. If you need assistance, I can contact the hotel and have them wake you up forcefully.
That won't be necessary. I have some business to attend to. But thank you all the same.
All right, then. If you ever need help, don't hesitate to reach out to us hounds.
Well, actually, I do need a favor. As the most outstanding hound...
He's really pulling this together really quickly, huh?
Have you come across any stowaways recently?
Stowaways? How could there be stowaways in Penacony? We've never had anything like that before.
All right. Good luck with your work, then.
Really?
What was I even thinking? Family would never share intel with the IPC. Does everyone have to go through so much torment before joining the family? Darn it. Now I just want to dig out my brain and use it as evidence.
All right, Bochi the Knot
sip
Rock.
of liquor, a blissful reprieve, to drown 1,000 sorrows. Let worries leave. I know I have what it takes to become a poet.
Oh no, we're gonna give this guy money and he's gonna end up scamming people by accident again, isn't he?
Oh? You're giving these gems to me? Didn't expect to meet such a generous soul in this place. Or are you just pitying me? Well, it really doesn't matter. As long as I have Soul Glad, that's enough. This is just a dream after all.
You really shouldn't drink so much Soul Glad, my friend. It's not good for your health.
Is Soul Glad alcoholic? I was under the impression it was a soda, but I'm starting to lose my opinion on that.
Oh? Maybe I really should quit. But not before meeting the Devil of Soul Glad.
The Devil of Soul Glad?
The Devil of Soul Glad? Care to elaborate?
Yeah. It's a seahorse with a long neck.
A what?
They say it loves to appear to drunk people, especially the ones who are passed out on the side of the road.
Well, this was a waste of time.
How funny.
Yeah. Very funny indeed. Thank you.
Not enough credits left?
Uma, the news anchor, works for the family.
You want to talk to me? Sure, but nothing too sensitive, okay?
Can I touch your the fluff ball on your head? No, I'm kidding.
Huh. Wealthy people have fancy ways to enjoy this dream. But to be honest, I've never seen anyone who gives out money to others like you. So, are you trying to be the prince from the tale, handing out his gold leaf garment and melting his lead heart in the fire?
I'm flattered. I'm no prince, and I just thought these gems would help you speak. So, as an investigative reporter, maybe you've heard something about death?
Ah, another curious soul.
Alright.
I see.
We might be getting somewhere.
Well, that was actually the topic I was most into when I entered the industry. But my boss shut it down.
How did your boss talk you out of it?
Well, she simply said, covering baseless urban legends like that would make us look like some third-rate tabloid. I thought about it, and she had a point. Reporting on stuff like blowing out birthday candles and getting spooked by nightmare ghosts isn't exactly professional material.
Guess she's got a point. Thank you for sharing.
Okay. Barrel, merchant security. We walked by this guy earlier in this stream, actually.
Were you wanting to talk to me? Sorry, I thought you were checking out something behind me. Is this a gift for me? Are you sure this isn't some kind of mistake?
Go on, Barrel. Make your dad proud.
Yes, it's for you. Just take it.
If you haven't tried to do the clockwork event with this guy. It's kind of touching when you really think about it. It's a beautiful love story between a woman and a Teletron and their adoptive son.
Is this for real? Someone is actually giving me a gift. Not for my parents, but for me. Thank you. Thank you so much.
It really shows the attention to detail that they're actually putting these characters here. Oh.
No, it's not much.
I wonder.
I just want to ask.
I wonder how many more we'll get to talk to.
I knew it. What's on your mind? Are you trying to ask about my father or my mother?
Neither. I just wanted to know if you've ever heard about death in the dreamscape.
There's actually one woman we get to talk to who was a private eye, and you talked her out of committing suicide at one point. I wonder if we'll run into her.
Oh, you sound just like my father. Always warning me about danger, even in dreams. He's an Intellatron, so his dream entry methods are different from us organics. Can't count on him to protect me if something does go haywire. Funny, right now I'm still under his protection. How ironic.
Hey, stay positive. Gold will always shine one day, right? The Devil of Soulglad, Dangers in the Dream, and Nightmare Ghosts. Well, surely death is a popular topic in this sweet dream granted by the family. Well, I've collected a bunch of rumors, but no useful clues.
Alright, just in case something happens.
The gems in my bag are running low. Well, let's see if my last lucky interviewee brings some surprises.
Who's the last lucky interviewee? No, not you.
Remember what I said. You Sigonians are better off hiding in the sewers.
Oh, it's you.
Look at you, snooping around and sticking your nose everywhere.
Sparkle.
Is the smell of death so enticing, my fine fellow?
Oh, it's you, masked fool. I should have guessed it. You're the imposter who appeared on TV after Robin's death, right?
I heard you got caught by the family. I gave you a clear clue. Befriend a mute. Simple and straightforward, you know? And what did you do? You messed it up and ended up as their prisoner. I told you to make friends with a mute, not become one yourself. You really let me down.
What do you mean?
You know better than I do. Who watched the little songbird that couldn't sing perish right before their eyes? You did, Blondie.
No, I mean... What did you mean by becoming one myself?
Well, it means you'll soon end up like her, unable to speak ever again.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I kind of figured.
But it's a good thing if you ask me, because...
Because I'm getting closer to the truth, right?
Oh?
Why else do you think I'm handing out cheap trinkets all over the streets, fool? All part of the act. Fool's bait. The more pathetic I seem, the more likely you'll come sniffing around. So, now that I've drawn you out, will you reward me with an answer for my efforts?
Why should I help you?
Good point. That's a good question.
Don't you want to see Penacony descend into... chaos? Well, I can make that happen. I just need an answer to one question. Back then, when you asked me to find a mute, did you really mean Robin?
There's that bird again.
And what if I say no?
Then I'll thank you. Oh, the word no has never sounded so pleasing.
Well done. I admit I underestimated you, but what difference would it make? Let me tell you something. There were two mutes, but one is dead now, and the other, though he's still in Penacony, I'm afraid you'll never find him again.
Who is it? Who's the mute? Wait.
Now I'm completely sure that I was on the right track from the beginning and never strayed, fool. Right now, there are only two things missing from my grasp.
The watchmaker?
The meaning behind the truth, and the means to expose it.
How impressive. That's quite a fancy way of saying I haven't learned anything so far.
Oof. Digs deep.
Not exactly. I've gathered enough clues to prove its existence, and that's enough for me. As for the answers to my questions, I'll find them within 16 system hours.
Oh, really? Only 16 system hours? Well, let me lend you a hand. Here you go. This is my precious, mutually assured destruction button.
From the fucking quest.
I have one just like it. When either of us presses it, the other and the whole of Penacony will go up in smoke.
The mutually assured destruction button. For those who haven't played Sparkle and Black Swan's companion mission, you probably should play that.
If you're really so desperate for the IPC to take over Penacony, blowing up the chessboard isn't a bad idea. Start from scratch. That's where the IPC excels, right?
He's gonna push the button, right?
Just press the button when you're at your wit's end. And of course, feel free to reach out to me for my hospice care, too.
Oh, a deadly button, huh? Well, I guess the family didn't take your threat seriously at all. Otherwise, how on earth did you manage to bring it in here?
I have my own ways. That's all you need to know.
The fools get around for some reason. They fascinate
I'm
me.
afraid I'll have to decline your offer. Who knows if your little gadget will actually work. By the way, I have no plans to search for the other mute friend you speak of, but it's good to hear that he's still here in Penacony. I'll handle the rest myself. I'll orchestrate a grand finale for the downfall of the family. And at the climax, the walls will crumble, people will wake up, and those who couldn't speak will find their voices again.
Ah, he's gonna collapse the dreamscape.
When that time comes, go ahead. Press the button, light up the sky with a magnificent fireworks display for me. Catch you later, fool.
You're still talking big. But sure, if that happens, I'll stay true to my word.
The mutually assured destruction button.
Just don't let me down now, okay?
Interesting. Everything is super interesting. Oh, another flashback.
So, number 35. You're back. Like your new lucky charm?
Neck brand.
Can a commodity code really be considered a lucky charm?
Silence! I didn't give you permission to speak, you Sigonian hound.
Why are they persecuted? I would like to know.
The guys in black didn't say much, so I've no idea what you did to save your skin in that massacre back in the day. But I figured you must have had good luck, so I bought you. From now on, you and your good luck are my assets. Are we clear? Your first task is simple. In addition to you, I've purchased 34 other slaves.
And 4 of them are dead.
Go and play a game with them. You came out alive after 2 days. It proves that you are the real deal.
You're insane.
Testing out if you're a good product.
Aren't you worried that the money you spent on me will go to waste?
I've got stacks on stacks, Blondie. The slave market is never short of self-righteous brats like you.
Ugh.
But you look good. And that's why many customers are betting their fortunes on a scrawny brat like you. So go along now and don't let your master down.
This is terrible.
How much did you spend?
What?
My price. How much did you pay for me?
Huh. You really want to know? Well, it was 60 tanba. No more, no less.
I don't know how much that is, but it doesn't sound like a lot.
I'll take my chances. 30 tanba. If I come back alive, you'll give me 30 tanba. Deal?
Are you trying to strike a bet with me? Oh, you've got some guts. Yeah, sorry, but that won't do. Don't forget your place, slave. You're not qualified to be at the table. You're just a chip. A life thrown away in someone else's hands. Either you come back with
Please
more
tell me this
chips
guy
for your
dies
master,
horribly.
or you never come back. It's all or nothing. Don't embarrass me, my lucky hound.
Alright, all the way back to the Trailblazer POV.
What brings you here, Gallagher?
Some friends from the old days. Do you have a moment to spare, Siobhan?
Oh, I have the whole day to spare. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dream Jolt Hostelry. This bar offers a wide variety of drinks, but we draw the line at Soul Glad. Why settle for ordinary when you can experience extraordinary? We're dedicated to serving up nothing but pure joy and laughter.
She has a pretty cool design.
What would you like to drink? I'll whip it up for you.
Oh, look! A lady as cool as Serval.
I think she is Serval. She's cool indeed.
Who's Serval? Will you introduce me to her? Huh?
Oops. She's heard us.
Just spare them, my esteemed bartender. I'll take over the bar today. I'm getting up there in age, and I need some practice before I forget the skills that used to put food on my table. Where did you stash the ingredients?
They're all under the counter. Since our guests have traveled from afar, shouldn't you whip up some special drinks?
That's exactly what I had in mind. Hey, my friends, do me a favor. Go around the bar and bring me any ingredients you fancy. The discussion might take quite some time, so I'll prepare some customized, non-alcoholic drinks for you.
Interesting.
In the bar? But aren't all the ingredients right there on the counter?
Why, we're in a dream, my lovely lady. You can help yourself to anything if you wish for it. Comfort, hunger, confusion, or even boredom. It's all within reach, right at your fingertips.
Oh, did you hear that? She just called me my lovely lady.
Damn, I'm jealous.
Even in reality, mixing drinks is more than just throwing ingredients together. A bartender needs to capture the bar's atmosphere, master technique, and spin a tale of mystery and anticipation.
Isn't there supposed to be some kind of event around drinks?
Only then can a perfect drink crafted with a customer's life story be created.
In other words, what you get from your drink is down to luck, so don't overthink it. Indecisiveness has no place when it comes to enjoyment.
Why do the heathen rage? Are we still in the same main quest? Cat Among Pigeons. Yeah, we're still in Cat Among Pigeons.
Check out this bottle. The liquid inside looks beautiful. And the label reads, Dream Syrup, thick. I don't see an expiration date, but the production date is half an amber era ago. Ugh, drinking this stuff can't lead to anything good. That's for sure.
Maybe it hasn't expired yet.
Ugh, the syrup is turned clumpy. I definitely don't want to drink this, even if it's not expired.
Don't be so picky.
Did you find the bottle of syrup I've been hoarding? Don't worry, it's all just a dream, and it won't upset your stomach. It's been aging for years and should have a refined taste by now. Feel free to have some. It's perfect for entertaining lovely guests like you.
Ugh.
Furman's voice sounds
We'll
super
keep it
familiar.
for now.
I know I've heard it somewhere before. I think it's the voice of Lana from Archer. The name of the actor's on the tip of my tongue. I just can't remember it off the top of my head right now. Ooh, what we got here?
Can this be used for mixing drinks? Oh, and there's a note underneath. Exchange with your precious things. Oh, what should we exchange for it? And who should we give our stuff to?
Give a praise of high morals. Give a bag of trash. You put a praise of high morals into the empty cup in a metaphysical manner.
Whoa! The words on the note are changing. Happiness belongs to the noble. Does this mean we can take it? Doing good deeds does pay off. Thank you. enough.
Right.
Stay out of my way. I'm looking for Siobhan.
Uh-huh? What's all the commotion about? It's Soul Glad! But I thought they didn't sell Soul Glad at the bar. Let's give it a shake. Nice, it's still fizzy and has a long shelf life.
Maybe someone else brought it here.
That's possible. You see Soul Glad everywhere these days, so it wouldn't be a surprise if someone brought a bottle here. Why don't they sell Soul Glad in this bar? Did something happen?
It's all about the bartender's pride. It wouldn't make sense for customers to come here and order drinks they can find anywhere else. That's the mindset I use when I brew my coffee.
Makes sense.
You're right, Himeko.
I was wondering why they sat you here in particular.
Hey, look at all these chips scattered everywhere.
A few days ago, an actor from the Iris family came. Caused a ruckus with Siobhan. Those chips must have gotten scattered during all the chaos.
I can only imagine how intense that seemed. So enemies drop gold coins even in a dream?
That's a clever metaphor.
That being said, opening a bar in this place, filled with monsters, is quite a feat. Siobhan must have a lot of tricks up her sleeve, right?
You'll have to ask her yourself to find out. But I have a feeling she won't budge unless you impress her with an incredible drink.
High stakes. Let's see. There's got to be some other interesting stuff in here. All right.
Haven't I made myself clear enough, Miss Amiki? The Dream Jolt Hostelry only welcomes guests who want to enjoy a drink to their heart's content. I'm sorry, but I'm not interested in your proposal.
But you have the talent. You'll attract a huge audience. You're destined for the Iris' stage, not for this rundown shack. Come with me. We'll become the talk of Penacony, a shining light into every corner of the dreamscape. Please, Siobhan, I really need you.
As you see, I'm entertaining my guests. Don't make me repeat myself.
Fine. If you don't come along, I'll just sit here and not go anywhere else. Give me a sparkling drink. Sweet. With extra ice.
Just one moment.
What's her deal?
Aisha Tyler, that was the name I was looking
the case
for.
with other people hanging around the bar.
Oh, if it is Aisha Tyler, I haven't heard her voice in so long.
Hey, can you do that clockwork trick of yours again?
Oh God, please, stop making me do it. Aw, even you, Himiko?
Time is running out. We need to hurry.
Yeah, I'm counting on you.
You're one of Siobhan's guests, right? What can I do for you? If you're here to convince me to leave, please stop it. I'll never leave until she accepts my proposal. I just don't get why she won't leave this place. This rundown shack with no customers whatsoever.
Siobhan just said anything can be imbibed. Perhaps you can try the various experiences to see what different emotions can brew with different drink ingredients. Try reading her thoughts. Make her sad.
It's ridiculous, right? Our paths were never meant to cross, yet I'm still holding on to her. I'm too timid and shy, longing to shine but afraid of stepping into the spotlight. I need her guidance, because I'll never be able to do anything alone. You don't know Siobhan's past, and you have no clue how radiant she used to be. Even among the talented Iris family, her skill was unmatched.
This feels like a really blatant distraction from the main story plot, not gonna lie.
I know. She probably thinks I'm just trying to ride her fame to get ahead. But all I want is for her to reclaim her place.
You feel an inexplicable mix of bitterness, sweetness that permeates the air. The next moment, your emotion turns to liquid, filling your goblet.
She's still not leaving. Maybe I'll have to try again.
I just don't get...
Happy.
I've seen it. The moment when Siobhan and I share the stage, the crowd is going wild, applause crashing like waves, the aroma of irises fills the air, a beautiful melody playing, ribbons dancing around us, and the taste is sweeter than honey. I've seen that scene countless times in my dreams, and every time it mesmerizes me. That's why I have to bring her back to that world, no matter what it takes. Want to raise a glass, my attentive listener? Let's consider it a toast to my far-fetched dream.
I really see where she's coming from. Nope.
She's still not leaving. Maybe I'll have to try again.
Make her angry.
I just don't get why she won't... Those darn Iris jerks! They're the ones who forced Siobhan into hiding here, running this pesky bar. It's all their dirty scheming. I get it now. She's not leaving because she doesn't want to run into them again.
I think you might have had a little bit too much to drink.
I can help clear the way for her. I can do her a favor. I'll go back and write a letter to the Dream Master, exposing the crimes committed by the Iris family. Siobhan will definitely appreciate it.
She's also standing right there. You could tell her that, not me.
Well, talking to you has got me feeling a bit down. My thoughts are swirling, making my mind clear, and bringing tears to my eyes. Maybe I should find a place to reflect on what Siobhan truly means to me. Here's the payment for the drinks. Please, pass it on to her. I'm leaving now.
Amaki has left? That's good for her. Radiant dreams may be enticing, but they're nothing more than dreams. Her drink is on the house. Please keep the money. When you're ready, go to Gallagher. I can tell he's itching to show off his skills.
Okay, so that was just a side thing to get ingredients. And 1,800. Man, these drinks are cheap.
That being said,
I think. I don't know how much a credit is.
Simpler than you'd imagine. Just pick your favorite ingredients, toss them in a glass, mix it up, and it's done.
I'm assuming it's like equivalent to yuan.
So go ahead, explore the bar, and bring me any ingredients you prefer. Nice work. You found some interesting ingredients there. Now take your pick. Each drink has its own unique flavor, and the base ingredient sets the tone for the initial taste and the lingering aftertaste. So, which one would you like to use as the base?
The dream syrup. A unique creation from Pentagon, this syrup is in fact a non-addictive tranquilizer, offering an effective experience of serenity and delight for duration after ingestion. Its manufacturer claims this syrup has all the benefits of religion and alcohol without any of their drawbacks. Our double blind tests show that over 70% of customers fail to discern the difference between the new formula and the original one. Pikachu. Oh my god. Pika white grapes. Soda made from the fermented white grapes. Tastes both sour and bitter. It serves as an exceptionally revitalizing remedy of summer heat, and consuming often results in sneezing and a runny nose. According to those who have tasted it, it feels like a cold hand pressed against your neck. Pikachu. We'll take the syrup.
You won't find a sweeter drink anywhere in Penacony. And that's what today's dream seekers crave. Now that you've chosen the base, it's time to pick the adjunct. The ingredient that'll create a marvelous chemical reaction with the base. It should give an unforgettable taste without overpowering the main tone. So, what's your choice for the adjunct?
A bright future only exists in dreams. Oops.
That being said, so go ahead. Nice work. You found some interesting... Each drink has its own unique...
Okay.
You won't find us... Now that you've chosen the bait...
Bright future.
A taste that's been a long time coming. I'll never forget the flavor that danced on my tongue as Mikhail whisked me through the dreamscape.
He said the name.
Those were haunting times. Too beautiful to be real.
He said Mikhail.
Mikhail.
Almost there. Let's pick a decoration.
That's a name we were looking. That's an important
I've
name.
got it.
Straws with concentric circles. Hanu's sign. Coin-shaped lemon slices.
The IPC's favorite. Ambitious, aren't you? Well, it's done. Here's to you, Dream Seeker, with this glass of El Dorado. To golden dreams.
Well done, Gallagher. You're not over the hill yet.
So, are you satisfied?
Oh, the flavors! They're way more sophisticated than Soul Glad.
The richness and layers of these flavors are a masterpiece, especially with the adjuncts. I can taste the spicy and sour notes with a hint of sweetness.
This is just making me thirsty and realizing that 90% of what I drink is just water.
I'm not entirely sure what it all means. Maybe Mr. Gallagher can shed some light on it.
Well, if you're expecting a profound answer, I'm afraid I'll disappoint you. The imagery it implies is pretty straightforward. It's just a glimpse of what this dream truly tastes like. Nothing more.
Does this true taste have anything to do with that Mikhail?
I heard his name in my dream.
Yeah, that name does sound familiar. When you got knocked out by that masked fool girl, I think I heard someone calling that name. Do you remember?
You weren't there.
I was right about you. You guys seem to know quite a bit. and now there's no reason to hide anything from you anymore. Let's dig deeper into the case, and of course, I'll tell you a story about Mikhail.
Finally, the lore, the deets.
All right, let's start with what we know based on the clues the family has. It seems that Firefly isn't a local or an invited guest. In other words, she's a stowaway. She managed to fool me at first. My age must be getting the best of me. But here on the planet of festivities, stowaways are a common sight. You're bound to run into one sooner or later. After the incident, the hounds wasted no time searching for that girl in both the dreamscape and reality. But here's the thing. We only received bad news, and the trickiest kind at that. She simply vanished, leaving no trace in the dreamscape or reality, as if she had never come to Penacony at all.
She had that weird terminal condition. Can we bring that up?
Huh? Does that mean...
Death eradicated her? Is she a ghost? Maybe things will turn out different than what we think.
Different? Are you suggesting that girl wasn't actually killed? Come on. Aren't you a witness in this case? Let me be
I don't
frank.
trust my eyes.
This case, actually, is unlike anything the Bloodhound family has dealt with before.
Dealt with before? So, death does happen in Penacony, if I understand correctly.
You've witnessed it, so there's no need to hide. Even the shiniest city has its dark side. We're all adults here. Surely I don't need to explain too much to you. Confronting the family based on that alone would be naive. Death may occur in sweet dreams. So what? Such events are highly unlikely and only affect a tiny number of people. If you really want to delve deeper into this case, you need to understand the true problem with the family.
I guess it's time to tell the story of that Mikhail.
You're very perceptive. The Astral Express has received that music box too, right? Do you know the secrets it holds?
There's a message. Witness the impossible in the realm of dreams. Find the legacy of the Watchmaker, father of Penacony, and thus the answer to the question, why does life slumber?
Yes.
That's the exact wording.
It's almost like she has a script in front of her and she's reading it off.
Hey, why are you laughing? Wait, did you write it? It's quite poetic.
No, but I'm the officer in charge of this case. So how could I not know?
I just realized he
I'm
has
sure
a
you
cool
must
paw
have noticed
thingy
that
on
this
the
message
cap of his
didn't come
flask.
from the family. You might have even guessed that the relationship between the family and the Watchmaker isn't as close as it seems.
That's just our speculation. Actually, it's hard to believe that the father of Penacony and its actual managers are at odds.
Now I can assure you that your speculation is absolutely correct. The family has considered the Watchmaker an enemy for a long time, but the hounds haven't been able to track him down, as he seems to be living only in the characters and stories he created. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever wondered why the family allowed the Watchmaker to send out such a ridiculous message to the outside world, inviting you here and causing chaos?
He even invited the Annihilation Gang.
So, you want to seize this opportunity to expose the Watchmaker?
Well, now you understand why the Oak family authorized the Nameless to assist in the investigation, but kept you in the dark, right? Because the Watchmaker is not the legend of the Land of the Dreams at all. He's the most shameful stain in the history of Penacony, and he's the root cause of all the anomalies in the dreamscape.
But what does he have to do with Mikhail?
You don't get it? Well, I mean...
Mikhail is the Watchmaker.
Mikhail, the betrayer of the family, he's the Watchmaker.
That makes sense. What is happening? Sometime later.
Here we are. Clock Studios theme park. The most popular entertainment center in Penacony.
Wait, aren't we supposed to be discussing the Watchmaker? I would have expected you to take us to maybe a library or an archive room of sorts. But an amusement park?
He only exists within his creations still, so his cartoon.
The culture of a city reflects its history in the most authentic way. To you, it's a fun place. But to me, it's a prison for the planet's past. You know that Penacony used to be the IPC's prison planet, right? All the prisoners were brought here, helping the Garden of Recollection salvage the leaking memoria from the macro void.
Yikes, that's a lot of words you just said there.
The prolonged exposure to high concentrations of memoria caused a unique phenomenon. The dreams of countless prisoners intersected and overlapped, and people started meeting each other in their dreams, living lives that were almost identical to reality. But everything has a price, and sweet dreams are no exception. In the end, the dream world was unable to alleviate the suffering of prisoners in reality. One of the prisoners broke free from the IPC shackles and fought for freedom. He is Hanu, the great leader of Dreamville, the great peacemaker, and the faithful companion of the underdogs.
Hanu. So the character Hanu is based on a real-life person? So the Clocky cartoon is actually a documentary?
History is always written by the winners. However, it's undeniable that Clocky is an animation that draws from Penacony's actual history.
Which means Clocky is probably the representation of the Watchmaker. Which means that Hamster Ball Knight is probably based off a real person too. And Origami Bird.
These characters not only exist in Dreamville, but also in the distant past. Once you realize this, you'll understand why we're here.
There are so many members of the Bloodhound family around here.
They just received a lockdown order, supposedly from Sunday himself. Who knows what it's for?
We'll go for... Let me just check where we are on Fate's Atlas real quick. Or Do the Heathen Rage. I'm guessing the third one is Acheron, but I don't know why we're keeping it a mystery. There's a space anchor. Okay, that's the way to Golden Hour. Cool. Alrighty. I think we'll go for about 30 more minutes. If we get to a good stopping point, we'll stop.
What's going on? Why can't anyone go in?
So many of them. I've never seen anything like this, even when they're tracking down suspects.
Can you convince them to let us in?
We don't need to go in. We don't want to draw any unwanted attention inside. We can just talk here. Let's find a quiet spot and continue our conversation. View here is great, right? We can see everything from here, including Clocky.
If all the characters in the animation are based on characters in reality, then Clocky's counterpart is definitely the Watchmaker. In the animation, he's Hanu's partner and one of the founders of Dreamville. Does that mean the Watchmaker was personally involved in that war and sided with Asdana?
It was a monumental war for freedom. Hanunu fought alongside a motley crew of masked fools, nameless, history fictionologists, mourning actors, omen vanguards.
Omen vanguards.
Even visitors from beyond the sky. In the end, they emerged victorious. Among them was the person who would eventually be known as the Watchmaker.
But if you do the math, doesn't that mean the Watchmaker was around for several centuries?
I'm not sure, but Mikhail was already the Watchmaker when I met him. So maybe he inherited the title.
Interesting.
How old are you now, Mr. Officer?
Like 30?
I'm 13.
Excuse me? Excuse me?
No way. Not even close.
That being said, Style Magnus from the Certain Magical Indexes looks about as old as you, and he's only 14, so...
Hanunu freed the frontier prison, but peace still eluded him. With limited resources, threats from the outside world, and internal conflicts between major prison districts, the future of Osdana was uncertain. It wasn't until the Watchmaker approached the family with the idea of turning the prison into the planet of festivities that Penacony finally gained its name and glory.
Thus, he became known as the Father of Penacony.
But didn't you say the Watchmaker betrayed the family? And you said you were his companion, so that means you...
No, I'm not his companion, but rather one of his many children. But I am indeed a traitor. Not to the family, but to Mikhail.
What did you do?
I did nothing. And that's the worst betrayal of all.
Ah, he stood idly by.
Just like you, I had close companions. We dedicated ourselves to Penacony. But the Oak family, they set us up. Mikhail was too old to protect his children anymore. So we left the family to find our own path. We were branded traitors of the Harmony, even though the true traitors were someone else. While they continue to praise the Watchmaker's name in the world, behind closed doors, they condemn him on a pillar of shame. Nevertheless, we wanted to clear his name. We intended to find the real traitor, the one responsible for all this, and restore harmony to Penacony. But we failed. Too much time had passed, and the land of the dreams had become deeply corrupted. After countless fruitless pursuits, I gave up. Like a lost dog. The family accepted me and made me an officer, supposedly as a form of forgiveness. But it was actually a punishment. Since then, I've been completely cut off from my partners and my past.
Uh-huh.
As for Mikhail, I heard he died in obscurity, in a place where no one could find him. That's when I realized that the Penacony I once knew would never return.
We're truly sorry for what happened. But this is not the end of the story, right?
March, can you, like, not stand there with, like, a big smile on your face when you hear such a depressing story? Thank you.
Apparently, someone has inherited the title of the Watchmaker and has been secretly working against the family all this time. Unfortunately, after all these years, I have no idea who that person is, or if they're even real. Or just Mikhail's lost soul haunting the dreams. So, do you understand why I'm spilling all this info? Because I believe the girl's death must be connected to the Watchmaker's legacy. And at the end of all these mysteries, we will find the answers we are seeking. If it really is Mikhail's ghost, I want to meet him. If only for the last time. For those who despise me could form a line from here all the way to the entrance of the hotel. But those willing to look me in the eye and hear me out? Let's just say, there won't be many. I've told you all I know is a sign of gratitude. Thank you for listening to this old dog. Bark and all. Something just happened at the theme park. Now if you'll excuse me, good luck to all of you. How ironic. What's so different between the stowaways projected by Penacony today and the dream seekers once hailed as pioneers several amber eras ago?
Money.
Gallagher does have a troubled past, it seems.
While Firefly's whereabouts remain a mystery, his stories shed light on our suspicions about the true identity of the Watchmaker, his connection to the family, and the power struggles hidden behind sweet dreams and death.
And that the family isn't all united.
Exactly. Gallagher suggests that the real traitor is someone else, probably within the Oak family.
And the death is related to Watchmaker.
That lines up with what we've gathered so far. Firefly got involved in this mess because of the legacy, and now we're sure that Aventurine's accusations against Acheron are baseless.
And that Clocky is based on the Watchmaker.
You're really into Clocky, huh? He's just a fictional character, not a real person.
But we met him.
Speaking of which, that Clocky who only reveals himself to you is quite intriguing. It's a shame we've never met him since then.
That pretty much sums it up.
Now that we've confirmed a lot of our suspicions,
I mean, I can go back to the Clocky
let's take a
statue and
moment
talk
to
to him
think
at
about
any
the clues
point,
we
but...
have. Send a message to Welt and see how things are going on his end.
Alright, Mr. Yang, our investigation here has come to an end. How's progress on your end? Not too bad. The Galaxy Ranger and I agree the family might be hiding something extremely important. Right now we're headed to Do Light Pavilion. Acheron, huh? Didn't Adventure say she was dangerous? I've confirmed that she's on our side. Don't worry. Please wait for a while. I'll keep you posted as soon as I find anything. Alrighty. I guess we're going to go to Acheron's point of view now. Switching to Acheron's point of view. What will they discover in Do Light Pavilion?
Are your companions worried about you?
They're just checking up on me. Let's get in and get out. Seems they've made some progress.
Probably when we switch POVs, that's probably where I'm going to cut the episodes for YouTube.
Looks like we're about to enter the depths of Do Light Pavilion.
It's been a smooth ride. Almost too smooth for a heavily guarded mansion.
Let's see if there's anyone waiting to greet us.
So now we're just going through this place again. But from Beyond Good and Evil. Hey, I played that game. On the OG Xbox. The Telltale Heart? Oh my god. I was told that there'd be a lot of cool names for the missions that I'd recognize. Heaven is a Place on Earth, Double Indemnity, Dance Macabre, Beyond Good and Evil, The Telltale Heart.
Stream forth the gleam of old flame.
Yeah, that's not OP at all. Anywho. Let's build a team for this segment. Let's bring good old Silverwolf. And yeah, that should do. Oh, look, the door's open already. So we can ignore the side route.
Something feels off. A grand mansion like this and not a butler or servant in sight. Could it be due to the disruption caused by the emergency? Well, this door is open. Looks like we'll have to investigate ourselves. Let's proceed with caution.
Just one moment.
Uh-huh.
Light. I've made myself less noticeable. The crew can explain their presence as authorized by the family, but I can't come up with any excuses for being here.
I see. What an interesting technique.
So she can mask her presence. Acheron technique. During exploration, using Acheron's technique to attack Gnarl, instantly defeat them. Yep, I was already aware of this. Let's do this.
Stream 4. The gleam of old blades. The model in the sand pit. It's the golden hour, isn't it?
Yep.
Maybe the heads and the footprints here are different from the rest. There are 2 sets of them. Looks like outsiders might have passed through here not long ago.
Can we go in this door yet?
Stream 4. The gleam of old blades.
Nice. Just keep an eye on where these bottles are, because I'm going to be backtracking for them.
Stream 4. The gleam of old blades.
Alright. The treasure chests are not reset.
While there aren't any people in this mansion, they've set up quite a few mimetic guards to patrol this place.
I didn't get hit by anything.
This is where it ends.
Alright, I guess this is her demo.
Destined for oblivion.
Huh. More enemies.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Time for a fun.
Perfect. Lance ablaze. Lance forward.
Alright.
On the still waters of oblivion.
4 knots.
Lance at the ready.
5. Oh, the taunt didn't work.
Destined for oblivion.
Time for a fun.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
55k is not bad.
Perfect.
On the still waters of oblivion.
She does a lot of damage.
Look, it dropped something.
A note. Looks like instructions from the butler for the other servants.
Seems like the mansion's entire workforce were assigned other tasks before Robin's death. It must have been a big project to require that much manpower. The Charmony Festival, perhaps.
Makes sense to me.
But no matter what their main priorities are, there should always be someone left at the mansion, right?
So you're saying someone deliberately cleared the place out?
Yeah, but I don't know why.
Alright. This should be Sunday's office.
No one here either.
They're gonna pick up the cornerstones, aren't they? Unless Sunday took them with him.
Since no one's around to entertain us, let's make ourselves at home. Stay close to me so that my white can cover you too.
A letter from Robin. Dear brother, how are you doing these days? I intended to visit you at Dewlight Pavilion as soon as possible upon my return. But with the approaching Charmony Festival and your busy schedule, I refrained from troubling you. However, an urgent matter compels me to share something with you immediately. Since my return to Penacony, I've experienced a peculiar change in my voice. At first, I thought it was caused by exhaustion or illness, but after consulting with doctors, they assured me of my perfect health and dismissed my concerns. However, my voice worsened over time, and I even experienced periods of complete voice loss. In order to find answers, I conducted many private investigations using my idle time out of rehearsals, of course. Eventually, I realized the harmony in Penacony is not pure. A discord lurking within has tainted my voice of harmony, which I believe to be the root cause of my vocal illness. I immediately realized that such levels of interference can only occur if either a powerful external force is pulling the strings or if a senior member of the family is involved. Unfortunately, the further the investigation has led me to the latter conclusion. This is an extremely alarming discovery. A traitor has emerged within the family of Penacony. It is highly likely that this person is one of the 4 family heads. I trust you implicitly, dear brother, because of our promise. With the Charmony Festival on the horizon, I fear this person intends to impede its progress, or even use the festival for some ulterior motive. At any rate, I suggest you monitor the other family heads while also prioritizing your own safety. You are the only true family member I have left. There's another matter that requires our attention. During my investigation, I learned about the Memory Zone meme death, and my further inquiries led me to believe the culprit who directed it to cause this series of incidents is likely the aforementioned traitor in the family. I have collected more clues and am prepared to verify my hypothesis. Rest assured, you can just focus on the preparations for the Charmony Festival. Once I've thoroughly investigated death, I'll come and meet with you immediately. It won't take too long. Given your heavy workload, please take care of yourself. Don't stay in the dreamscape all the time. Spend some time in reality when you are free. I've brought some more specialties from other galaxies. Giant moa pudding tarts from Marillions. Wild strawberries from Akonyako, known for their exceptional size and sweetness, which I'm certain you'll enjoy. And almond meringue from Cream Cracknels from Medicia. Don't forget to enjoy them. May she baby with us, your sister Robin.
As soon as I and the rest of the crew arrived in Penacony, Mr. Sunday and Robin showed up to greet us. I remember hearing something unusual in her voice, and now it seems I was right.
Robin believed it was because the harmony had been tampered with somehow. But as far as I know, there aren't many entities capable of interfering with the power of paths.
What was it that Duke Inferno told Akash to do? Mute the harmony?
Meaning?
If there really is a traitor within the family, that person must hold a high position or possess unimaginable strength.
That would explain why Mr. Sunday has been having such difficulty in catching the traitor.
Oh boy, we're probably gonna have to do a lot of reading, aren't we? List of dead victims. Anserol, male Halovian, was dragged into the sea by an unknown meme while sunbathing on the beach in the moment of oasis. Subsequent search and rescue operations proved unsuccessful. Note, this was the first case. Can't tell if anything is wrong. Insufficient investigation. Mori, a male from Zanzhou, entered the spheroid in the golden hour and mysteriously disappeared while the spheroid was bouncing in the air. Later examination showed no signs of forced entry or exit in the spheroid. Note, it seems the culprit can ignore physical barriers. Conventional investigation methods feasible. Amaka, female human, participated in the talent show at the moment of Scorch Sand, but accidentally fell off the stage before judges turned around and disappeared. In the shadows below, the footage for that episode of the show has been deleted. Note, the culprit is swift and skilled at disguises. Caution is advised. Weber, a male Pepeshi, fell down while entering his office in Payday. These are the stories that Acheron mentioned earlier. Male Pepeshi fell down while entering his office on Payday in Gilded Hour and was killed by an unknown meme that suddenly appeared. The memories of the witnesses have been processed. Note, preferring to attack wounded or vulnerable individuals, uncertain, maybe taking orders from someone else. Jemet, a male Pepeshi, was taken away while flipping over a card at a casino in the Moment of Stars. The casino staff has dealt with the aftermath of the incident. Note, flipping a card, interesting. Deckham, male human, jumped into the ocean of dream bubbles in the Blue Hour in an attempt to impress his girlfriend, but got entangled by an unknown meme under the sea and drowned. His girlfriend's memories have been processed, but the outcomes are not satisfactory. Further intervention from motivators will be necessary. Note, most cases are related to the ocean. Could this be a breakthrough? Additional note, scratch that. After checking, only 2 cases were related to the ocean. Cyaxia. Female Foxian was engulfed by an unknown meme while playing dreamy slots in Golden Hour. The incident caused a huge commotion on the spot. The memories of most of the witnesses have been processed. Note, could it be the Sweet Dreams troupe? Does it have the ability to imitate and learn? Multiple culprits? There is likely a mastermind behind the scenes. Gambega, male bloodhound, was attacked by an unknown meme before his shift changed at the Moment of Serenity, resulting in his death. After a fight, security measures have been enhanced for the prison area. Note, no notable details in this case. Need to ask the Bloodhound family to strengthen defenses in the prison and the other facilities. Janet, female human, disappeared while visiting the Film History Gallery in the Museum of the Moment of Soul. She was drawn towards a mysterious sound calling to her and walked into a screen, vanishing without a trace. The site has been cordoned off. Note, this is the only case where the culprit demonstrated speech ability. Further verification is required to determine if this is a false claim. Monk, male Intellitron, was attacked while replacing his newly purchased high-grade vision sensor in the auction at the Moment of Dusk. Note, vision center, noteworthy. Annette, a female Pepeshi, vanished while touching up her makeup in the bathroom before the graduation ceremony at the Paperfold Academy. In the Moment of Soul, she was caught by a meme in a mirror and disappeared, witnessed by a teacher at the scene. Note, mirror, noteworthy. Current hypothesis related to sight. Chloe, female Intellitron, was attacked by a meme and disappeared when she blew out the candles during her birthday celebration. With her friends in Blue Hour, all witnesses currently receiving treatment for motivators. Note, more attacks occurred in the dark or dim environments. Is sight really the trigger? Carissa, female Holovian, was harassed by a fervent fan backstage before a performance in the Moment of Scorshan, and was subsequently abducted by a meme during the escape. The Bloodhound family has apprehended the fan. Note, abducted. Keep a lookout for a fervent fan. Dorian, male human, took a nap before the end of his shift at the Moment of Daybreak. Without telling his managers, he was abducted by an unknown meme hiding under a chair. Emergency intervention provided. The production of the factory resumed as usual. Note, taking nap, plus consider discussing with the Alfalfa family about the increased vacation time and additional breaks for co-workers. Marlowe, male human, disappeared after being involved in a car accident in Golden Hour. Witness reported the presence of an eerie meme who fled underground at the scene of the accident. Note, this is a genuine case of death. The meme must be connected to concepts such as death and murder. This list comprises 100 cases related to the Memory Zone meme. However, the author of the list seems to struggle with figuring out the pattern.
The information about Robin, Firefly, and the other victims. I don't see any commonalities among them.
Me neither.
Looks like the rumors were right. Death does seem to be targeting random victims. And based on Sunday's notes, he's no stranger to death.
But it did beeline for Firefly. It literally knocked us out of the way to get Firefly. There is definitely a pattern.
He's just surprised that it has resurfaced. This light cone is securely guarded. It must hold some important memories.
Hey, that's the new light cone that they showcased in the version spotlight.
According to Robin's interview, Despite having performed on so many grand stages, her favorite performance was a pretend show she put on with her brother when they were just kids.
I wonder how their relationship is now.
Growing up brings gains, but also losses.
Yeah, time has a way of smoothing things out. The beautiful dreams of youth will eventually fade away.
Alright, we're gonna look at the cornerstones and the documents on the table now. Esteemed head of the Oak family, the investigation into all suspects involved in the death case have been concluded. The findings are summarized below for your review. Respectfully yours, Esme Trot. Attachment: Ryan, a general staff from the Oak family, short gray hair, leading a laid-back lifestyle, often caught slacking off at work. Percy, a diplomatic clerk from the Oak family, dark curly hair, suffering from a severe OCD, unable to work until his tie is tied and checked 5 times. Reshi, a diplomatic clerk from the Oak family, long gray hair, devoted to fan of clock. He exhibits preference for the clock element in most all aspects of life. Connor, professor at Paperfold Academy, short red hair, rumored by students to be an enigmatic figure due to his unkempt appearance. Doriani, the professor at the Paperfold Academy, short gray hair, known among students for bringing cigarettes to class instead of textbook. Bururu, researcher from the Nightingale family, long blonde hair, known for being obsessed with soda and having research labs trash can filled with drink cans. Benny, a dreamscape producer from the Nightingale family, curly brown hair, frail and thin, exhibiting an almost fanatical affection for the dream construction. Maureen, a dream weaver from the Nightingale family, short gray hair, standard stature. Pepeshi adults. Pepeshi possesses a collector's fetish, particularly fond of mugs and jugs. Sir Whitaker, head of the Nightingale family. Short black hair, distinguished by his rare orange pupils. Okay, so this is the first head of a family that we've met. Pat, renowned actor from the Iris family. Short gray hair. A lot of them have gray or black hair. Or short hair. They all have short hair. Nope, there's some long pale hair. Pat, renowned actor from the Iris family, short gray hair, featured in numerous classic films and TV shows, known for distinctive thigh band. Borge, an actor from the Iris family, short black hair, frequently cast as gangster-themed films, widely acclaimed for his performance in close-quarters combat scenes. Nadir, a drinksmith from the Iris family, short blonde hair, enjoying a good reputation among tourists of his engraving conversations. Ugh. Gary, an actress from the Iris family, long pale hair, known for cross-dressing in films to play suit-clad male protagonist, affectionately called by her fans the Grey Beauty. Brendan, a guard from the Bloodhound family, short brown hair, awarded a medallion for rescuing 10 stranded tourists in an incident caused by a meme. Carter, a security officer from the Bloodhound family, short blonde hair, small stature, often spending his leisure time at the casinos in the Moment of Stars. Woosley, oh, there's a name I recognize. Captain of the Bloodhound Guardians, short blonde hair, stocky man bearing several scars from previous encounters with memes. Ulamu, detective from the Bloodhound family, short black hair, known for unkempt stubble, excellent undercover work, investigations, underground gangs. Karina, agent from the Bloodhound family, long gray hair, nicknamed the Fireball by underground gangs due to her tendency to wear all red attire while enforcing the law. Melanie, reporter for the Alfalfa family, short blonde hair, standard Pepeshi stature, exhibiting mental age beyond her actual years. Gabe, a gambling agent from the Alfalfa family, short black hair, standard Pepeshi stature, used to enjoy candy before a gamble starts. Lothric, hotel butler from the Alfalfa family, dark curly hair, tall stature, possessing a sense of humor that attracts numerous VIP customers. Lester, the auction trader from the Alfalfa family, gray curly hair, medium stature, regularly indulging in Dream Joy special after work. Nagi, a project manager from the Alfalfa family, long blonde hair, shorter than average Pepeshi, maintains a calm demeanor that has generated a lot of revenue for the family. There are a list of total 52 suspects on the list, followed by Sunday's note. Perhaps there's a common thread among them. I have reached a conclusion.
Mr. Sunday has done some serious research on his suspects. This traitor must have been causing trouble for the family for a long time.
They all seem to be insiders, but I haven't met any of them.
I met a few of them.
Huh? Wait, these characteristics.
What is it?
No, nothing. Maybe I'm just overthinking things. However, if this traitor really exists, could they be responsible for Firefly and Robin's deaths?
Perhaps that's why Sunday is taking this matter so seriously.
Letter from Alfalfa. To Sunday, I have been informed about Robin, and I would like to express my deepest condolences. However, I must remind you that you now hold the position of not only her elder brother, but also the head of the Oak family. Your every action has implications for all of Penacony. As Penacony is going through a critical period, it is crucial that you do not allow your hatred to cloud your judgment, and be cautious not to engage in activities that others can use against you as leverage. I heard that you are planning to dedicate a significant amount of time and resources to find Death. Such action does not serve the best interests of the family as the whole, and I strongly advise you to reconsider it to avoid potential impeachments by other family heads. While you're convinced that Death is connected to the Watchmaker, I have met that Watchmaker many times long before the Dream Master adopted you and your sister. I have never found any evidence linking him to the Memory Zone meme. Now that you are head of the Oak family, it is essential that you assess the situation objectively and consider the bigger picture. It is unwise to allocate all of Penacony's resources and manpower for the sake of personal vendetta, as this would bring dishonor to the Great One. The Charmony Festival is on the horizon, and the Watchmaker's guests are all barely holding back their own agendas. Neither you nor I could face the severe consequences if Dominicus's arrival is delayed. Therefore, I urge you to control your emotions and fulfill your responsibilities as the head of the Oak family, focusing only on the festival and avoiding any interference from the external sources. In addition, we must neglect the honored guests invited by the Watchmaker, as mishandling the matter could lead to diplomatic conflicts with other major factions, involving us in disputes that could have been avoided. As your elder, I hope you comprehend the gravity of the situation and handle it appropriately. As for the matter of Robin, there would be time to pursue it once the festival concludes. By then, I will provide you with the necessary resources and manpower in the name of the Alfalfa family to help you get your revenge. Additionally, I have heard rumors that the Dream Master is not entirely pleased with your recent activities. I advise you to conduct yourself with caution. Sincerely, yours sincerely, Old Odie.
It seems neither the Dream Master of Penacony nor this Old Odie is happy with Sunday's recent performance.
They don't seem to care much about Death. Instead, they're more concerned about the Charmony Festival and the Watchmaker.
Maybe the other family heads don't think Death is a big deal. One thing's for sure. There's a lot of internal conflict within the family, and everybody has their own agenda.
Yeah, you can say that again, Mr. Welt.
That's all for now. Nothing more noteworthy.
Before coming here, I had all sorts of scenarios in my head about dealing with the family. I did not expect an empty mansion.
Watch out. Someone's approaching.
I don't think trespassing on forbidden areas is the way to be a guest, Mr. Yang. And Acheron? The Galaxy Ranger?
Our apologies, Mr. Sunday. Nobody came to greet us, so we entered without permission. I hope you can forgive us.
But even if there's no one to greet you, you should wait for the host. Don't you agree? Even without the famous Galaxy Ranger. As far as I know, the crew has officially accepted the family's commission, so coming here will be unnecessary for you.
On the contrary, that's exactly why we're here, to ask you about the case and gather more information. We don't want any loose ends.
Well, since you've come with goodwill, I have no reason to show you the door.
Rest assured, he hasn't figured out that we went through those documents.
While the truth remains a mystery...
That was a really weird aside there, Acheron.
I assure you,
he definitely knows now.
Pay the price.
Let's hope justice will prevail soon. I have a question for you, if you don't mind. How did the family come to the conclusion that the murderer was within the family?
That is a good question.
With all due respect, it's in the IPC's interest to wreak havoc before the Charmony Festival, and the family has every reason to suspect the IPC's involvement.
Well, other family heads share the same suspicions as you, but in my opinion, the true murderer would never have drawn as much attention as that ambassador did. Not to mention, I personally shackled him a while ago. However, I'll give you a suggestion regarding your suspicions, Mr. Yang. You should be more cautious of Aventurine. While the wicked can't break through high walls, they can plunge their evil dagger into the heart of the righteous.
He's a businessman, not some philanthropist. But right now, he's out there handing out his wealth on the streets. And he went to the Clock Studios theme park all by himself. Who knows what kind of scheme he's cooking up?
While the family is dedicated to keeping our guests safe, it might be wise for you to stay alert. You never know what unexpected troubles could arise.
Are we cutting back? Cutting to Venturine's point of view.